What's up, guys? What's going on? It's your boy Slow Prince coming to you with another video of DBZ. Where I left off at last night, or the last time I was on DBZ Kakarot, I was Gohan, and I was really just going around doing submissions and collecting food. Reason being, I wanted to do as much submissions as I can before I finish, before I go and proceed to the next mission. And I wanted to stock up on food before I leave off this planet, so I wouldn't be on another planet with no food. They'll be stupid. We'll go to another planet without eating food. They'll be dumb, right? So you'll most likely get all the food you can. So yeah, that's just where I'm at right now. I was on Fighters. I will be back on Fighters as soon as I get some competitors. I don't feel like I'm strong enough just to really just go online, so I'm just doing more player matches against my friends until I just overcome and just overly take over, like fuck with them and shit. Echala Unina. Okay. 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 Yeah. Back at it. I, I think I had saved it here because reason being I just finished it, and this is about the only place I can actually get the meat that I need. Cause I can buy tofu. I'm gonna fight because hey, I just got on here, so hey. I want to get a bunch of beast meat as much as I can before I leave.
つは。僕でもなんとか勝てそう。僕でもなんとか勝てそう。
They got so many fucking robots over here guarding these now animals. Yeah, cause I'm gonna come scoop their ass up.
You.
僕でもなんとか勝てそう。
Oh yeah, all this meat. This select. Yeah, I gotta get plenty of this. So I'm gonna be over here for a while. Yeah, I'm trying to get as much as I can because I think I had finished. Yeah, I think I had finished a little sub mission if I ain't mistaken. Yeah. But yeah, I will be on fighters. Most definitely. Be on fighters. What's up? I can't smash his ass. I guess I ain't strong enough to smash him. Yeah, that's a break. Yeah, I need that. I need to get back to my mission. I need to get back to that mission. Play worse. Yes. to find that what I was looking for.
僕でもなんとか勝てそう。
See, when you run on the ground, they might think you just a motor vehicle. All the robots, I don't think they gonna really respect with you. But if you jump, they gonna recognize your ass. Cause ain't no goddamn car just leaping in the air and ain't no fucking animal jumping mid-air 2,000 feet in the air. So most likely you strong. I don't think I collected enough yet. That's why I'm still hunting. Yeah, I need me buku plates. I need buku plates. I need buku plates. I need buku plates. I guess. You think that's enough, guys? Yeah, I think that might be enough. We finna just go do something right quick before. Have my heater on. Gotta warm them feet ups. Gotta warm them feet ups. Oh yeah, that's good. Man, these niggas wanna fight. What's up? I know these niggas be kinda strong a little bit. Yeah, we got some sickening. And I forgot where I figured I'd go. Oh, I can't destroy his ass. I need to get strong. Then he got busted in this. Oh shit.
すごいでしょ。
It's a lot of goddamn enemies over here, and then they just weak, so I'm not gonna really get that strong from their ass. Ah, you a little one. You a little one, boss. You a little one, boss. And they so weak, so they just really just in a way they talking about, okay? That's all it is, man. In the fucking way, okay? I promise you, that's all it is. They in the way. That's it. That's all it is. Little weak ass Cyberman, Red Ribbon Army motherfucking robots. When I was on Fighters, I was thinking, man, when they put if they decide to put Super on here, cause I already know they thought about this shit. That shit gonna be real filthy as fuck on this motherfucker. Super on here? Oh my god! And then like they have like key moments in a battle where you like switch characters to play with. That shit gonna be stupid lit, man. Then I cleared this damn form out, huh? Now, what's bad about it, it don't even show up on the map. That bit don't even show up on the map either.
Hey guys, so one of the
we got Wolf Meat. Got rice, but I don't know if this regular. Nah, that's not the type of rice that we need.
Feel free to browse.
I hope so. If that's right. Let me get one more battle before I go. Where you at? Oh, you want to sneak up on top of me and shit. charge up. Not bad, bro.
勝ったんだ。
You get to do you. Alright, let me get the book now. We got like a little submission over here. We got a little submission over here. We got that little submission over here. Over here. I'm gonna do the submission too before we leave the city. But I'm finna gotta go look for some shit right quick. Man, I gotta sell some shit. Shit, I don't even drive cars right now. It's gonna be a minute till I drive one. Is it gonna be a minute? I think it's gonna be a minute till I drive a car. But I ain't gonna. I ain't selling that, so. Yeah, we're done with that. Alright, so next, what we're gonna do is go do the submission. Hold on, do I see anything else over here? Yeah, just gonna collect these. Bird.
やっぱり大きいな。車さんのうち。
I got you. Shit. Man, them niggas poor, cuz. Only makes sense, man.
気をつけた方が良さそうだな。
Yeah. Yeah, kid, you should have got that, cuz. Shit, why was you? He's talking to another girl? Oh, I'm back, guys. My bad. I had to collect the nigga charger. Quick fast, in a hurry.
No.
わかった。
Yo. Ah ha ha ha. Let's definitely. Let's get it. Alright, this done. Alright, I said I was gonna do that.
なんとか終わった。
We shouldn't be leaving though. I'm just going here.
来たわね。どうしたんですか。ほら、そのための宇宙船部品が。そうだから。オッケー。それじゃよろしく。僕でもなんとか勝てそう。よし、見つけたぞ。僕でもなんとか勝てそう。なんか僕がやってやる。
Now, oh, damn, I forgot about the mission.
これで合ってるね。これで大丈夫だよね。ブルマさんに届けに行こう。僕でもなんとか勝てそう。ブルマさんの家はどこかな。早かったわね。これでよかったですか。ありがとね。宇宙船。
Want the fastest whip, the fastest grip. Hit him with the fastest jab to the lip. Alright, we're getting somewhere, guys. First, we finna see if there's any other missions before we proceed. Oh, dang, gang, 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 gang.
Seems like with every passing day we hear more rumors and leaks about the upcoming Sony PlayStation 5. Recently, a report came out saying that Sony was struggling with the price of the console, and it might be higher than we expect. That's not good. There's also been a microtransaction patent leak that makes it seem like Sony's pushing these in-game transactions and games for the PS5. That's also not good. We'll get into the pricing and patent leaks for the PS5 and also touch on the design leak that's been making the rounds online as of late. But just a quick PSA, don't believe everything you read online. Until Sony unveils the PS5, it's all just speculation. The first two questions that come to mind when a new console is announced are, when does it come out and how much does it cost? Well, we know the PS5 will be released during the 2020 holiday season, with November 20th, 2020 rumored to be the exact date. As for how much it costs, that's a whole other story entirely. According to Bloomberg, Sony is really struggling with the price of the PS5, and we stress the word really. It's estimated that the console could cost Sony $450 per unit, which is a huge increase when compared to the PS4's $380. Think about it. If it costs Sony $450 per PS5 and they make at least 1 million consoles for launch day, that's $70 million more than they had to spend when they released the PS4 in 2013. $70 million is a whole lot of money, even for a company worth billions like Sony. So if you thought the PS5 was going to be $400 like the PS4 was at launch, you could keep dreaming, because this console will most likely sell for at least $470. But we wouldn't be surprised if Sony bumps it up to $500, because round numbers look nice, don't they? Hopefully, Sony just loses their minds and keeps it at $470 for some reason. That being said, $470 is a lot to spend on a console, and a whole lot of cash-strapped gamers will be hesitant to pull the trigger on the PS5, and rightfully so. So what exactly is causing the PS5 to be so darn expensive to make? A few things, really. For starters, it's rumored that Sony is having trouble securing enough DRAM and flash memory to mass-produce the console. If true, that's a pretty big issue, because you can't start selling consoles without all the right internals. Nobody wants an empty box. Also, supposedly, the PS5 is using a much more expensive cooling system than we've seen in any other system, in order to prevent said internals from boiling during intense gameplay sessions. All of this is what's driving the price of the PS5 higher. And there are a lot of repercussions for selling the console for anywhere between $470 to $500. Like we mentioned earlier, if your budget is $400, the PS5 is probably not going to be the console for you, at least not at launch. The Xbox Series X is rumored to be around $400, so if Sony does have no choice but to sell the PS5 for around $500, that would give Microsoft the ability to undercut the PS5 and cut into their competition's sales. Would you pay $400 for an Xbox Series X or $500 for a PS5? We feel like a lot of gamers might choose the Xbox, simply because it's cheaper. But that wouldn't be the end of the world for Sony. At the end of the day, the PS4 outsold the Xbox One 108.9 million to 46.9 million. So, with such an importance being placed on backwards compatibility this generation, players are most likely still going to flock towards the PS5, despite the higher price tag. If you already spent thousands of dollars on PS4 games, you're likely not just going to jump ship to the Xbox Series X. You're probably going to want to stay in Sony's ecosystem and get yourself a PS5, so all your older games still have a home. This is a tactic a lot of tech companies use. You know, we're talking about those companies that have so many different products that run seamlessly together that you'll obviously never want to use a different product. We're talking about Apple, with your fancy Mac and iPhone compatibility. But that's really the only positive for Sony in this whole price mess. If their console does end up selling for around $100 more than the Xbox Series X, then Sony's going to have to rely on the success of their previous console to help them dominate with the PS5, and that's not a recipe for success. Microsoft tried to do the same thing with the Xbox One when they piggybacked off the success of the Xbox 360, and yeah, we all know what happened there. We'll never forget the Xbox One launch, that's for sure. Gamers who've been a part of Sony's ecosystem since the PS5 will probably buy the PS5. New gamers won't have any obligation to do the same. If you don't have any games from the previous generation, then you're most likely just going to settle on the cheaper console, which could very well be the Xbox Series X this generation. If this is the case, then the PS5 will lose new gamers to the Xbox Series X, and that's definitely not what Sony planned for. You want to bring new customers into the fold and not push them away by being $100 more expensive than your competitor. It would be an unmitigated disaster for Sony. Plus, Microsoft is really pushing their Xbox Play Anywhere initiative, and are making a lot of their games playable on PC as well as Xbox. See, it's the ecosystem tactic again. If their console's cheaper and their games are capable of being played on both PC and console, then we might be in for one heck of a console war by the end of the year. Oh boy, this is gonna be spicy. Are we forgetting about Nintendo though? Yeah, we definitely are. Boss in this whole price war we've been talking about lately is Nintendo. If the PS5 is going to be a really expensive console, then another competitor might just swoop in and capitalize on the situation. Have you ever gotten third-partied in Fortnite? Well, Nintendo might just do that and wipe the floor with both Sony and Microsoft. There's a rumor that a new Nintendo Switch console is coming out sometime in 2021. If this whole pricing situation truly turns into a mess for Sony, it might be smart for Nintendo to release the Switch Pro, Switch 2, or whatever it's going to be called as quickly as possible. If Nintendo comes up with a souped-up Nintendo Switch that's more powerful than the original and upgraded Switch, then they could not only cut into PS5 sales, but even Xbox Series X sales as well. They'd steal the console spotlight and find continued success in their Nintendo Switch line of consoles. Sounds like a win-win for Nintendo, but it's all just speculation at this point. They haven't even announced a new console, and they said we definitely won't be getting another Switch in 2020. But we could see Nintendo push to get a console out quickly in 2021 if this scenario were to happen. Or We're not trying to be negative or anything, but we have some more bad news about the PS5, and it has to do with the latest patent leak. This one has to do with microtransactions. Every gamer's favorite thing on the planet. Well, a lot of gamers have had enough with microtransactions. It seems like they're only going to get worse if Sony's latest patent sees the light of day on the PS5. Countries are banning loot boxes in video games, but clearly that's not enough to turn companies away from microtransactions. Essentially, Sony wants to offer player-specific in-game solutions in their games, which can involve simple tips and tricks to help you out, as well as microtransactions. So let's say you're struggling at a boss. You can ask the console how to beat it, and the AI will recognize that you're struggling and come up with the tips that could help you with prompts, like 80% of players like you defeated the boss using Resource X. That sounds all fine and dandy and would be a real good help. The problem? It can also ask you if you want to purchase Resource X, just in case you don't have it, so you can defeat the boss easier. That's not cool, Sony. Please don't prey on gamers who are struggling on a boss so much they're willing to pay real money to defeat it. Now, Sony did say that the system would be player-friendly, but it looks like it would really push microtransactions. And we stress the word really, so wouldn't that not be player-friendly? We understand why companies want more microtransactions. They want more money. But when it's shoved down their gamers' throats, it's not fun either. If Sony could make it very subtle and allow it to be turned off completely, then we won't have a problem with it whatsoever. But if we can't turn it off, then it's going to be like our own personal Navi from The Legend of Zelda constantly yelling, "Hey!" to get our attention with microtransactions. If that's the case, then we can see gamers getting turned off by this to the point where they wouldn't consider the PS5 as their next console. It's not an overreaction. Gamers just don't like microtransactions. Speaking of patent leaks, we recently heard news of Sony filing another patent, but this one's for the design of the PS5 console. We've all seen the dev kits for the PlayStation 5 that Sony sent key developers last year, and saying they're unique is a bit of an understatement. They're completely unlike anything we've ever seen. They're curvy and pretty sweet in our opinion, but they're just dev kits. As we've seen throughout history, the final console very rarely looks like the dev kit. But the fact that Sony went ahead and protected the design by filing a patent so no one could copy it definitely makes us believe that the console could look a lot like the dev kit. And if you believe any of the leaked photos of the PS5, well, you probably shouldn't just yet. But if you do, it won't take you long to realize they look like the dev kits. Usually, video game companies don't file a patent for the dev kit design because they simply don't need to. But Sony did, which means the final product might look a lot like it. We think this design would really make the PlayStation 5 stand out. Let's face it, the Xbox Series X is a big black box. It isn't flashy, it's just simple and looks like a computer tower. If these rumors are true, the PS5 would look radically different from anything we've ever seen, and we're all for it. If they won't win the price war, maybe they can win the style war, and that's worth a point or two in our book. Overall, if all of these rumors and leaks are true, then it's been a surprisingly shaky time for Sony as we inch closer and closer to an official PS5 reveal. It's not crazy to think that the Xbox Series X has a slight lead in the console wars at this juncture, but if gamers are already too deep in the Sony ecosystem, they'll likely stay with the PS5. It's an interesting time for Sony, and only time will tell who comes out on top in the latest console wars. We're not too worried about Sony. They typically do what's best for us gamers. But what do you think about all of this? Is Microsoft finally going to beat Sony this generation, or will the PS5 be just fine? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to The Gamer for more gaming videos. As always, thanks a lot for watching.
You know me. But did you know for the first time ever you can raise your credit scores instantly with Experian Boost?
7つ星へ転落準備も整い、いよいよ出発のため一同はカメハウスに集まった。
Oh yeah, we're gonna get started with the next battle. Ah, they gave my boy the bob cut. I hate to see it. I hate to see it. He gave his ass the bob cut. I hate to see it.
おじいちゃん、お母さん、カム仙人さん、行ってきます。毎日お手紙出すだよ。
But you like to be outside, don't it? We could fuck with it.
ブルマたちがナメック星に向けて出発したちょうどその頃、基地に戻り瀕死状態から回復した
Vegeta back can fully recover from his fight on Earth. Learned of his command on Frieza's absence. Frieza was on his way to planet Namek with his most elite subordinates in Tao. He was in search of a Dragon Balls that he learned from Vegeta and the others on Earth. His goal, to wish for immortality. Y'all already know why he wished for immortality. So Beerus won't fuck with him. Vegeta hurried, made his way to Namek in an effort to catch Frieza and stop him. If Frieza was able to obtain immortality, the universe is history. Oh, that nigga said the universe. See, he wasn't selfishly thinking about the shit. He wanted to end Frieza reign of terror, but even though Vegeta was a pirate, Cuz was that's just how the universe made Vegeta, cuz. Especially with the cost of Cuz was dealt with. But shit, Goku himself changed that nigga mind.
True. I was eating a lot of snacks while you was not opening the door.
Okay. I'm not going to let that happen. Those Dragon Balls are mine. I don't know, man. Y'all should have just kept it in between the little group. Hey, but y'all in that predicament because of that. Hey. Now we gotta do the old one-on-one, the 1v1s and all that. Meanwhile, 34 days after Bulma and the others left Earth. Oh, so that's how long it takes to get to Namek. That's a month. That's a month and 4 days. Just think about it. It's a month and 4 days. Okay, we're gonna skip all that. Get to the action. While this food is in effect, we're gonna try to get as much battles in as we can. So it's gonna be 15 minutes, I believe, of battle. I'm gonna set me a timer for 15 minutes. Oh, we gotta skip that because we don't want to sit through that. Just the big scenes. That ain't too big. We're gonna just the filthy scenes we're gonna watch. And they're just me kicking ass.
それ
That's
じ
the
ゃあ私は
difference.
地球に帰るわ。すぐに
クリリンさん違う
この
ダメ
見たただのいや
He a jerk. He was ass for that. But that's dumb anyway, leaving some shit. Cause like that's what poppers would do. But you wouldn't think that shit, I guess not. Damn, Krillin, what you doing, girl? I'll get my ass whooped, cause you.
Free またそれはい
ほとんどレジ
笑わせるなキュウイ貴様にこの俺が殺せると思うのか貴様の目は節穴かスカウターをよく見てみろ俺様の戦闘力の方が明らかに上回ってるぜ
Alright guys, I just found my opponent, about to go kick his ass on some fighters. So that's what we're finna go equals to. So you know what that means. I'm finna go end this right here and I will be back. Just subscribe so you know when I'm on. So you can hear that theme, that notification, if you know what I mean.